Hello students, Namaskar, welcome to Careers 360. Most of you would have a dream of joining a company which is a $1 trillion company and having your first package as 30 lakhs and above at undergrad level. And if you're a post-graduation student, you are made an offer of 50 lakh, 60 lakh kind of a thing. That is what these big $1 trillion companies like Meta, Microsoft, Google, Apple, these companies do that, right? How do you get into those companies? What are the kind of institutions that you must study at so that you can get into those companies and get those kind of packages? What are the kind of courses that you must study so that you can actually get into those companies? This video explores that so that you can actually have a very good strike rate of joining these companies. Today we're going to start talking of Microsoft. Where does Microsoft hire from? What kind of institution that Microsoft prepares to hire from? What should you be studying to be a part of these institutions? What should you be studying in these institutions so that you can actually be joining Microsoft? Let me explain to you through data. What we did was we explored about 244,189 students who at some point in time worked at Microsoft and start looking back of where they studied actually before they landed up at Microsoft, either through campus placements or otherwise. When we looked at that data, and as I said, this is data that is present on LinkedIn. 244,000 students is what we looked at in terms of their profiles. In all, in 2024, based on the annual report, Microsoft has had about 2.28 lakh employees. The manpower count is 2.28 lakh, of which about 1.26 lakh students or employees are working in US and about 1,02,000 employees are working outside of US. In fact, of this 45%, the number approximately of the number of students who people working in India is about 15% approximately, right? So you actually have 55% studying in working in USA, 15% working in India, and about 30% working all over the globe. Now, when you look at this data and explore this much further, you realize that function in which these people are working, 86,000 people are working in operations, right? Product research and development is about 81,000, sales and marketing is 45,000, and general administration is 16,000. So between these two is essentially the technology, understanding of technology and those kind of things is very important. But this is about 1,77,000 students. Now you go further down and understand what is gender diversity. Is there a chance of a women coming in also? Yes, there is, because Microsoft does have very consistent record of about 32%, 33% students. People work who are women and about 67% people being men. So you actually have 1/3 to 2/3 ratio in terms of men, as compared to women working at Microsoft. Now you further go down and start looking at gender diversity by function, because that's where you would be able to understand what you must study to be at Microsoft. Then you realize that in non-technical, it's about 47% being men and 57% being women, right, in non-technical roles. But the moment you get down to technical roles, men are 73% and women are 27%. You will exactly understand the kind of leaning that Microsoft has for the kind of roles and the gender preference that they have for different kinds of roles. Now, let's go to the institutions as we move along, right? Globally, when we look at this whole thing, globally, right? The University of Washington tops the list because 26,000 of the 2.7 lakh students that I talked of, 26,000, which is about 10% of the total workforce, at some point in time, were from University of Washington, close to 10-11%. Stanford is 6,600. Georgia Tech is 6,300. Cornell is 4,200. 3,900 is MIT. Even now, as we speak, about 6,100 people who are working at Microsoft had studied at University of Washington. Stanford about 1,100. Georgia Tech is 2,200. Cornell is 1,100. And MIT is 891, right? So very clearly, Microsoft goes for placement in these kind of companies that they have such massive number of people who studied at these institutions and are working at Microsoft. You further go down to the next level of 5. Again, you have, Harvard with 3,100. INSEAD at 2,200. These are B schools, by the way, if you look at it, right? The Kellogg School is 2,000. Harvard Business School is 2,000. And Wharton School is 1,900. So earlier we talked of, in this particular slide, we talked of tech institutions, possibly undergrad, for all that you know. But here, we're talking of, postgrad, and this is the kind of distribution that you have, which means people, managers and leads and all these things come from here, right? And even currently, when you look at the currently employed also, about 765 people are working in Microsoft have studied at Harvard. INSEAD is 683. Northwestern is, Kellogg is 671. HBS is 484. And Wharton is 556. These as far as global is concerned. The important question for you, because you're based out of India, is how about India? When you look at that data, this will tell you where you must be studying in India to be a part of the Microsoft team. BITS Pilani tops the list. Of the total 15% that you have who are studying, who are working at Microsoft, about 3,900 students had come from BITS Pilani. And 1,400 students are right now working in Microsoft, which have studied at BITS Pilani. Then you have Anna University Chennai, because there are many institutions within Anna University. 804 people are coming in. And here, as far as I know, some of the very, very good colleges like SSN, PSG and all come in here. Then you have BIT Vellore with 642 students. IIT Bombay, 552. IIT Delhi, 496. And IIT Madras, 495. This will give you an indication of how, and these are, by the way, currently employed. If you looked at the overall data set, then you know that about 4,000 students at some point in time worked at Microsoft who were from BITS Pilani. Anna University is 2,100. Vellore is 1,700. IIT Bombay is 1,900. IIT Delhi is 1,600. And IIT Madras is 1,500. So very clearly, these institutions, Microsoft does go for placement and they do recruit from these institutions. The news is that they make about a 30 to 35 lakh kind of an offer at IITs and about 50 lakh and upward at IIMs. Of course, with workers at IIMs, by the way. Right? You further go down and look at the B school side of it, right? When you look at that, you actually have about IIM Bangalore topping the list with 1,107 students who worked at Microsoft but studied at IIM Bangalore. IIM Calcutta is 954. IIT Dhanbad, which is the Indian School of Mines Dhanbad, is 589. Thapar Institute, again, this is a very important thing for you, is 565. IIM Ahmedabad is 694. And MIT University is 530. You further go down and look at how many people are currently employed at Microsoft who studied at any of these institutions. IIM Bangalore is 320, IIM Calcutta is 282, 245 for IIT Dhanbad, Thapar 236, IIM Ahmedabad 196, and MIT University 163. Very clearly, Microsoft does go for placement to these institutions. So when you look at the locations where these people are employed, they might have studied in those institutions, where are they currently placed, where are they currently working, then you realize that about 42% people are working out of USA, right? Of which Washington tops the list with 25%. And then, of course, Seattle being a subset of that. India is 13.5%. About 33,000 people who worked at Microsoft are currently based out of India. 32,929, which is 30,000. Then you actually have Karnataka with 9,400, about 3.85%. Of which Bangalore is 3.64%, of course, is subset. Hyderabad is about 8,500. So you know that wherever you have Microsoft as an office, you will realize that of the 30.49 that you have in India, about 3-4% work in Bangalore, about 3.5% work in Hyderabad, about 1.5% work in Delhi, and so on and so forth. You can very clearly see the spread of the people who working in India or worked in India and where they are working in. And very clearly the offices seem to be there that, those people are working there. So essentially what we thought was, this is essentially advisory for you to understand where you might be studying at, what are the institutions that you must prefer for you to actually have access to getting into Microsoft, because Microsoft obviously goes for placements in these kind of institutions. If you really target that, if you actually make that your target, then there's a great possibility that you will also be one of those people who are getting 30 lakh plus kind of an offer at an undergrad level, and a 50 lakh to 65 lakh rupees kind of an offer at a postgrad level. But the important thing is that you must choose the institutions where you would study so that you actually have a good chance of getting into Microsoft. I hope this video helps you. We'll keep doing these kind of videos for other companies also as we move along. If you want us to cover any particular company, please write to us in the comment section and I will be more than happy to cover that. Also, please subscribe to the channel because it's very important for students to get to know the information from our side so that you can actually take the best decision for yourself. Thank you so much. Namaskar.